Hi, I'm Jeremy. This is my 2025 Volkswagen ID Buzz. I'm a longtime Volkswagen owner. Today we're going to talk about the modifications to the ID Buzz. I'm joined by Jan, who's got an ID.4.
And I'm Jan. This is my sixth VW, actually first electric.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be wondering why we are bringing two seemingly different cars and talking about modification. Well, because the underpinnings of these cars is the common Volkswagen MEB platform. So
right,
that's
so
why
they share a lot of common components,
exactly.
And you can see they share a lot of the common styling cues like the headlights and things like that. So a lot of things that you can do to change these cars, although a lot of the parts are available only in Europe for some things.
And that's the sad part, but we already did some European modifications, so maybe let's start with my ID.4 and then we can see what you did to your Buzz.
All right, let's do it. So why don't we start with the nose of your car? We've already talked about lights. So tell me about the headlights and the other lights on the front.
So on the headlights, these are the original headlights. I kept them, but we have enabled the Matrix high beam headlights.
Okay.
And there is a full episode on that if you want to check how you can do it. The one mod that you might be noticing, this is the GTX-style light.
Okay.
There are these honeycomb light patterns.
Yep.
They're not bright, but they just add to the signature of the light.
And we kind of share the same hexagon honeycomb look and feel between the two cars. They've updated that a little bit, I think, as we move into the next model year.
They have.
A little bit.
There is also a GTX version of the Buzz that has some accent lights at the bottom in the honeycomb structure.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, these GTX lights, I'm guessing that would be the same for the Buzz. They delete a wind curtain that flows the air across the wheel to reduce some vortexes and optimize the.
And I'm kind of a fan of this bumper, actually. The other one to me reminds me of Bart Simpson for the GTX ID Buzz.
Yes, especially those two side strips.
Only in black I like it because in black it doesn't really hide the dimples aren't as pronounced in the smile. But I like this bumper a bit more, the original one.
This one is the more smiley one.
Right.
I agree.
Right. Okay. So now we've talked about the headlights. You've changed other things on the side of your car though too.
Yes.
And I know like the front fender kind of emblem, that's a little bit different, and then the side moldings are different too.
Yeah. So the front emblem, I did something similar what you did. So you'd be showing it shortly. So this is blacked out. There used to be a second portion that I've removed. And you also mentioned the molding here. This is this is not an OEM part. It is a part that is orderable and it's painted in the color of your car. So it blends pretty nicely.
And the wheels, you've done some coloring modification to the wheels, right?
Yeah. So these are actually the OEM wheels, but I think I got inspired with a Chattanooga or here in the US built ID.4 that had these like nice thin spoke. It looks like thin spoke.
They're like the polished kind of the front facet pieces that are,
Yes. And so I just cut parts of tape that was actually left over from my
from the wrap, because that's normally silver.
That's normally silver. Yes, this entire trim piece all the way here, it was silver. So I wrapped it.
Okay. So it looks like it's basically painted that way. It looks basically factory. The texture matches the smears and everything.
The texture is really good, and I used the same same tape to.
And I like kind of how it goes against the gloss in the.
Yes, it's a
little tiny bit of contrast.
I agree.
And the tail lights, you've also done some major modifications to the tail lights.
Yeah, this was a major modification because I really like animated taillights and taillights that have amber turn lights. And so these are available in Europe. They're not available here at all. So I actually retrofitted European taillights.
And we're gonna have to show the animation that they can do, like with some B-roll or something in the background.
That, animation, yes. It's gorgeous. And amber turn lights.
Nice.
I just love them.
The thing I like about the Buzz is that I can set up different animations for the lights.
Exactly, because you already have those lights.
So
the Buzz owners already have the better lights.
Right, so we can move over to my car and we'll have a look at some of the things that have been done there.
Yeah, totally.
Some things you can see on the outside and some things are on the inside, but I'll start with the outside of it first. So the headlights are factory, like that's just the way they come.
And you do have the Matrix high beam functionality hardware-wise there as well, but it's not enabled.
But it's not enabled. The one thing that the North American ID Buzz gets, in case we've got viewers from Europe, we get illuminated Volkswagen emblem in the front.
That giant emblem is illuminated. That's beautiful.
It stays on with the parking lights. Front spoiler is the other thing that's kind of visible, I guess, in the front that you can see. that is different. That's from Van Styles in the UK.
Okay.
I wanted a more simple front spoiler. There's a lot of ones that have like canards and different kind of more racy looking elements.
Okay, okay.
And I wanted more like the simple,
like
classic
like
kind
it
of
belongs there.
duck
It
bill look.
flows with the design.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm going for like not the race car look, but kind of the retro, neo-retro look.
Neo-retro look, love it.
I did the dash cam that you can see through the windshield that almost
Right
looks
here.
factory.
It does look pretty
And I
awesome,
did have to do a minor mod that you might appreciate. I put 30-inch because they normally come with 28-inch Hello wipers. So I did a 30-inch wiper, so
and
it
they
swept.
fit?
Yes, and they fit, and it sweeps over. It's closer. It's not. It's
Yes.
not completely clearing the camera lens, but you cut off only like the bottom half of the screen as opposed when it rains.
I see.
So it's closer. It's like right at where the lens height is, versus normally on the shorter factory size wiper, the whole entire view of the camera basically is blocked except for the bottom edge of where it's filming.
Huh.
So that was one
That's
mod.
cool. That's cool. That's cool mod. So
another thing, these corner lights. So there's a place called Parts by Topher that sells these, but these are from rest of world, I would say. In the US, they come with an amber reflector there that I'm not terribly fond of, but it's just kind of an extra detail, extra bit of orange that I didn't want. And then the wheels. The wheels are a Rotiform BTL wheel, which is basically a 22 by 10. In front, I've got 35 mil offset. In the rear is a 30 mil offset.
Wow.
But they're pretty much pushed out. You can see that the car's lowered.
It is.
With H&R Coilovers.
Okay.
This is my second set of springs, actually.
Okay.
You've had 6 V-dubs. I've had 2 sets of springs in this car.
Yeah.
But they're cranked down about 65 millimeters or so front and rear. So it's pretty low. It's 2.5 inches lower than stock.
2.5 inches. Wow, that's
not that much. I used to be able to like get my fist in sideways in terms of fender gap between the top of the tire and the fender. And now it's like basically on top of tire, which is where I wanted it.
Wow, cool.
Side skirts I wrapped in kind of.
Yeah, it's
they're normally
trim piece, right?
They're normally black, and I made them teal, and I shot a little bit of matching paint over them to make the color match the color of the car, the mahi green.
Love it.
Did that in the front and the side and the rear, and you can see I've got on the top a top roof rail system from Turkey that I ordered actually. And that basically lets you use the factory mounts for the rails that come with the car, the first edition. And then with that, I put on crossbars and a cargo rack, and I modified the cargo rack a little bit. I painted the corners from black to silver, and instead of chrome, I did brushed finish on those chrome corners.
It looks
so they match the wheels a bit more because they're brushed on the fronts of the wheels.
Love it.
Little small details.
So much attention for detail. That is beautiful. It looks factory. It looks OEM.
Yeah, and the rear, kind of D-pillar, I should say, emblems, I wrapped those to a pearl white. So they're still slightly off-white, but you can see in the sun they just pop a little bit out, but they're basically more muted. From a distance, you don't even see them.
Yeah. So and this is the special badge for the first edition. They have replaced them later, I think, right? There's some.
The other badges don't have any letters or numbers or anything on them.
I see.
Normally,
So
they just have white diamonds with a black badge.
I see. So the diamonds are. I see. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thank you for showing us your car from the outside. Maybe let's take a look at the inside.
Yeah, let's do that. Now, these doors are nice because they're power doors.
They're electric.
I've actually disabled, just so I don't accidentally open them, the sensors on the bottom with my feet, but you can have feet sensors.
So you can kick as well?
And the stuff in the back too. But okay, so on the inside, first things you'll notice, one, I have the second center console, which I've added the cup holders that are 3D printed in the middle of that.
Very cool. And that's the same console that is in the front as well.
Same console as the front console. They're removable. They can be placed in 3 different positions. Small, tiny detail in between the floor mats because I don't like the look of the clips that come out that you attach. I added another little bit of floor mat in the middle so I could hide the factory clip.
The small one
that
right
little,
here.
Yeah,
That's
the little
beautiful.
one there.
I see.
Just to make it a tiny bit cleaner.
Yes.
The rear, because we don't get rear parcel trays in the U.S. cars, but basically this will let you run the rear, like you can basically run a rear like tray in the back. So you can have, if you want to have a drink or something or a meal back there, for example. These are a BMW factory accessory that I've added. I just added Volkswagen branding to it.
Very cool.
With this, I ordered these from Etsy in the UK, so you've got Volkswagen emblems on there.
So perfect. That looks so perfect. Wow.
But yeah, and then that's my coat hanger for, because I always wear a jacket, but that's my coat hanger for my jackets that I will carry the car, with me in the car.
And is that BMW as well, or?
It's the same line of accessories from BMW.
Okay. And because they attach to the headrest struts,
Yeah.
then
They work on
they're-
basically any car, and then
that's
you don't
cool.
see any BMW branding except it's, I think, embossed in the front, but you don't really see it. So,
Okay.
so yeah, it's
Wow,
not
that's
too bad.
awesome. That is awesome.
But I
That
would love
looks
to
so
have like the
classy.
factory ones that go down, but yeah, not too bad. Okay, so and then I'll leave this open, I guess. In the front, not a ton of different. You can see the camera.
Yes, the camera is right there below. It's like the small bump. It really looks perfect OEM-like.
And I've added these little like inserts for from like these guys here. These little rubber things to protect the rubber.
Don't slide around as well.
Well, they're in there now, but they are a little bit scratch prone. Some of the factory panels, even the doorstops a little bit. But I did add have these things added.
Yeah, there's this smiley face. It's a beautiful Easter egg here, and I'm not sure why the car didn't come with it.
We don't get them in the U.S. They stopped doing it, I think, after model year 24. If it's like in Germany, S-Zulassung, when it's first licensed, I think 2024 was the last time that they had them, and then 25 they stopped. So
but you found them as OEM part, and that's an OEM part.
This is from Parts by Topher as well. So I convinced the guy Christopher, who's the founder owner, I guess, of the company. He already sold me the corners, so I said, can you find get these? And I was like the guinea pig for fitting them and getting them to work, making sure they work and they're the right color and everything. Cool. But yeah, so those are all the interior mods.
Thank you so much for sharing.
What about your car?
Let's go there. I got obsessed with tactile switches because I feel like, especially on the steering wheel, because as I'm driving, I don't have to look. So I literally, with my thumb, find the button that I need and press it without looking. Volume, track, so it's very defined. I like it actually. Yeah. And I also played with 4-window switches that may not be so important for the bus, but I like them. I prefer 4-window switches. And some tactile buttons right below the multimedia as well. Just VW makes them. They're OEM from Skoda. Yeah. And I actually like them. They have some hotkeys for climate, even lock switches there. So. And
is that the surround on the monitor? Is that the factory one?
No, this is 3D printed. There is a lot of 3D printed parts. So if I pull this, well, it's so stuck that I cannot pull it. But
it's perfectly fitted. That's a good thing.
Yes, this is 3D printed. There are some parts 3D printed around this switch, and this entire enclosure around the 4-window switches are also 3D printed. So I played quite a bit with that. Fun. Yeah,
that's cool. Any other interior mods?
There probably are a couple, but I wanted to show you one more in the frunk, because unfortunately that's a mod that the bus cannot have.
And car, which I don't get a frunk in the ID bus.
Unfortunately, the bus in the frunk. No, the frunk in the bus is too small for this. But there is actually a component that you can order from Austria that will fit charging cables, some snow socks, and some different adapters.
Nice.
And it's just snap in. So you just snap this in, and it adds capacity to your, or actually usable space to your frunk.
It looks really good. Like I said, I'm so jealous that I have no frunk space whatsoever.
And here's maybe one Easter egg. Another part from Skoda. This spout is actually rubbery.
I love that.
And you fold it up. And so, because normally I would pour everything on the 12-volt battery. Yes. So this is much.
And I can't have that problem because my 12-volt battery is under the driver's seat in my car.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different, but yeah, you get some usable space up here. Whereas I could open my frunk and show you. Unleash the frunk. Okay, so we just saw your spacious frunk in your car. Mine is a little bit sad. But here's all we get, which is basically a washer refill thing, and that's about it actually in the frunk. There's not a lot of other stuff. This is the wired up emblem that you can see. There's actually
so there's a physical wire.
There's a wire that goes there that's 12 volt as far as I know. In case you want to retrofit one like on a UK or a German car or something. But yeah, that's the non-frunk of the. We kind of open this as a joke usually at car shows or something because there's nothing here.
Oh, that's right, because everybody's showing their modded V8.
Their LS swap, exactly, and I don't have the LS swap. I just have a piece of foam.
Yeah.
Right there. Cool. And it just shuts like that, and now we're good to go. All right, so one other mod that I didn't mention was that the phone charger. So I used a MagSafe phone charger. It is an Apple charger, but then I used this 3D printed bracket that I got from the UK and then wired it in the factory charger's location. So now it's basically nice and clean. You don't see any wires, and it just sticks there with a magnet, and it's right next to my screen, so it's perfectly
plugged
placed.
into the original USB-C
Yes.
outlet, right?
Right.
So
right.
no wiring, just plugs in.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
it. That's awesome.
But yeah, that's the phone mod. I had to have that because, of course, I'm using my phone all the time while I'm driving. So.
And of course, while you're driving, you're always playing.
Yes, I'm always using regenerative braking. I'm always using just the gas pedal, the play button, more or less. And yeah, do you have play and pause buttons in your car?
Unfortunately, I don't. I was thinking about adding them, but I have not yet. So maybe that's one thing.
Nice factory capability or factory feature.
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Screen as well. Or the software?
No modification on the screen yet. I feel like it's coming because VW officially doesn't support much more new features. So we were now working on, for example, battery preheating that you have OEM, but we don't.
Okay, yeah.
And so there are some ways how you can talk to the CAN bus of the air conditioning module to enable preheating. It's a diagnostic function. It's not meant to be used regularly. But there is one fix that I had to do, which is the charging, because the phone charger is right here below.
Right. And it just lays on that rubber mat normally.
Yes, and it was overheating. So I have
literally
added a Noctua fan.
And it's nice and quiet.
It is nice and quiet, yes. And it pushes the air towards the phone, but also through the inside on the charging plate, because the charging plate sits below here. So yeah, so that's that's my phone hack.
Yeah, mine's supposed to be cool too. My phone does heat up, so I was using. I've got a Google Pixel Fold, so it's a little bit thick for the factory.
Really, it
pocket.
Doesn't fit.
It's a little bit. It's probably about 2 millimeters or so too thick with a case on it to go. I can stuff it in there, but it's a little hard to get back out once you stuff it in there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. And of course, I do have the older software compared to you, right? You have newer icons because this ID.4 is old. They now sell the ID.4s with the new software.
Mine just got updated. It took them like 3 days.
Oh, it took them 3 days, but they didn't break the car, right?
They didn't brick it permanently, thankfully, but it wasn't a bricked state, I think, for about maybe 48 hours.
But they figured it out.
But then
they're pros in the
eventually, yes, it was reflashed and everything was good and all the modules are updated. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Okay, so we've talked about our software modifications and the updates that we've had. Now's the time we should probably talk about some of the things that we like and maybe don't like as much, or could maybe improve. I should say there's opportunities about some of the things for both of our ID cars.
Yeah. So for me, I'll start with the one that you alluded to, which is the speed of innovation and the software updates. I think that's a huge opportunity for VW. I've had the car for 4 years. I had 2 workshop updates and 3 OTAs. One of them bricked my car, so it had to be towed to service.
Wow.
And when you brick it, when the software bricks your car, you cannot unlock the rear wheels.
Right.
They have to pull it out with locked wheels from your garage. So that was
they have
great.
to put it on dollies basically to get it out.
They kind of had these, but it was not great to look at. They had these big plastic shims that he hammered under the wheels.
Wow.
I was scared. I was really scared. I was really scared. But okay, it worked out. So I think that's an opportunity for VW. But what I really, really like, the fact that it's electric, it's quiet. I'm listening less to music, even despite I retrofitted better speakers. And I'm just enjoying how it drives, how quiet it is. And I love the cruise control, the travel assist. And I'll just press set button and the car keeps the lane, the distance, and it kind of calms my mind. So that's what I like about how it drives. But design-wise, I think that VW did really good job. I like the car from both inside and outside.
Yeah, I would say the same thing with this car. I love the inside of it because that's part of the reason why I got it, because it's so airy, so light on the inside. You got the electrochromic roof actually it's in the opaque mode, but it will go clear on command, which I think is pretty cool. Software-wise, like I mentioned, I've got 5.4 now installed, and it did take about 4 days at the dealer for that to successfully happen. it's not always super straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
I wish too that there were like OTA updates available that you could do, because the menu's there on the phone app for the My VW app.
Yes.
But I don't ever foresee like a day when OTA updates on our software, at least, where we'll be able to do something significant, I would say, through OTA.
We shall see. I've heard some rumors that there might be dog mode and camping mode coming
Okay.
for the bus as OTA update, but who knows when and like,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
knows?
But I did like that I got, in terms of updates, the like little things like the Halloween screensaver, and now I'm in winter solstice
Oh,
mode, and
wow,
various
okay.
little kind of cute things that are in the software that I
See,
like.
so on your software, because it's newer, my software is the old one, so I'm not getting these themes. I think we are just like with our original cars, we are just stuck on the software version 3. That there will never be path to 4 or beyond. So,
Right.
but that's okay, I think.
But the same way, I do love how quiet it is inside. It's airy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's nice and clean in here. And I would say the sound system, because it's the Harman Kardon.
Yeah, it's the HK. Yes, that's awesome.
I think it sounds pretty. I used to do car stereo competitions for years,
Okay.
and I was more on the sound quality side. I would make fun of people that were all about bass and
Yes.
loudest decibels. I would always say they
And
paid,
license plates are vibrating.
they
on both
kind
sides.
of paid for the industry in the sense that they spent the most money, because that's what the kids wanted, was like big subwoofers and stuff. But I was more of a sound quality snob, and I would say this is more on the sound quality side of. It's not crazy bassy and like what I guess the average Joe would consider like a good sounding system, which is usually too bassy. But you're trying to replicate like what live music would sound like,
Yes.
non-amplified, if there was a bass drum in a contained room with sound treatment, all of those. And that's what this car has, and it's got good imaging, staging. It's nice and high, nice and centric, I guess, in terms of how it's staging. So the sound system is actually pretty good in this car. I've heard people, say bad things about it. Like the UK owners of these cars will slag it off, as they'd say in British English. But I think it actually sounds pretty good.
But I think that they sell also the bus without the HK sound system, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that having the HK is big difference.
It probably is.
I drove ID.7 Tour in Europe that had the HK sound system as well, and it is like night and day compared to my ID.4, even with the updated speakers. I have not updated my amplifier yet. Maybe that's another mod that I might do in the future.
Yeah,
but
makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I've enjoyed it. I like just how it feels. It's low, but it's firm. It's still comfortable. It's like it's not too bumpy, bouncy. The rear shocks are nice, because I didn't put the H&R shocks in the back, but I've left the factory ones, because they will actually, cars that have air suspension can all the way air out and go as low as they need to go, even on the factory shocks. So
I see.
these are still valved, I think, for coilovers, and they have enough articulation to go all the way down. So yeah, that's been a good surprise, I guess, in terms of
that's interesting, because 2.5 inches drop. It's
because usually you don't have a lot of shock play, like how long the piston can be thrown up and down, and so that's actually worked out pretty well, I think, not just for my car, but like anyone who's put like rear air suspension on their cars, they can just leave the factory shocks in, because the air suspension, the main thing to swap on a car is the front struts, and those are the most expensive component typically outside from air management that you would buy for air suspension, which I might do at some point.
Okay, so you might do air suspension.
Mainly so I have the ability, if I need to on command, to go up to get out of driveways, as opposed to like just pancake it down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then you've always got the ability to kind of get out of a tough spot if you need to.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So Jeremy, again, thank you so much for coming, for showing us your car.
Of course.
And so please subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And thank you. Bye.